The Regional Transportation Authority, or RTA, is the unit of local government charged with regional financial oversight, funding, and transit planning for the service boards, which are the Chicago Transit Authority, or CTA, Metra, and Pace Bus and ADA Paratransit. The RTA region system provides more than 2 million rides each weekday on bus and rail services in Cook, DuPage, Kane, Lake, McHenry, and Will counties. What is the RTA's role in the budget process? By law, the RTA is tasked with providing financial oversight of the 3 service boards and allocating operating and capital funds made available to support public transit in the region. And of course, the RTA has a budget of its own. The agency is responsible for overseeing the region's operating budget and capital program, including developing revenue estimates and forecasts of regional sales tax receipts, issuing bonds to provide funding for capital investments, and approving and monitoring the annual budgets of each of the service boards. The RTA is also responsible for approving and monitoring the 2- and 5-year capital programs of each of the service boards, as well as conducting regular oversight audits to verify the service board's financial information, evaluate compliance with statutes and regulations, develop assessments of program effectiveness and efficiency, and provide recommendations for improvements. At its August 2017 meeting, the RTA Board approved the amounts of public funding to be allocated to the service boards for their 2018 operating budgets and 5-year capital program. In addition, the RTA Board approved a 5-year capital funding plan comprised of federal, RTA, and service board funds. The capital funding plan supports expenditures to maintain and improve the region's extensive transit infrastructure and vehicle fleets. Through December, the RTA and service boards will be presenting proposed budgets to the county boards in our region, and we are each hosting public hearings as well. Individual service board public hearing and proposed budget information can be found on each agency's website. The service boards present their budgets to the RTA Finance Committee on November 29th. The RTA Board will vote on the consolidated regional transit budget on December 14th. Now, let's look at the proposed regional transit budget and capital program. The combined 2018 fiscal year operating budget and capital program is $4.148 billion, with almost 3/4 of that representing the operating budgets of the service boards and RTA. Looking at the year ahead, this number is made up of $1.156 billion in capital expenses and nearly $3 billion in operating expenses. This was a different kind of budget cycle. For the first time since the recession of 2008 to 2009, the regional transit system was faced with an operating funding decrease. At the same time that sales tax growth began to slow in 2017, the Illinois legislature approved the state's 2018 budget, which included a significant reduction in financial support for transit. In response, the RTA once again worked collaboratively with the leadership of the Region Service Board to create a responsible operating budget and capital program. In order to maintain desired service levels, CTA, Metra, and Pace had to make some difficult decisions about fare increases to balance their operating budgets as required by law. All 3 service boards are proposing fare increases for 2018. In 2018, regional transit operating revenue and public funding is projected to be $3.013 billion. Public funding, consisting of sales tax, state funding, and other sources, is projected to decrease to $1.820 billion in 2018, representing 60% of system revenue. Due to this decrease in funding, operating revenue, consisting of passenger fares and other system-generated revenues, such as leases and advertising, is projected to increase by 7.2% to $1.193 billion in 2018, representing 40% of system revenue. The RTA capital program emphasizes the need to preserve and enhance the region's transit infrastructure. The regional 5-year capital program includes $4.158 billion in projected funding. Nearly 80% of these monies are federal dollars. No new state capital funding has been made available for much-needed capital investment. CTA, Pace, and the RTA each plan to issue bonds during the next 5-year period, totaling $690 million, or about 17% of the total capital funding. We estimate the region overall would require between $2 and $3 billion a year to fund our backlog of unmet needs and move forward. In 2018, The total funding for capital projects is $1.156 billion. The RTA Act requires the RTA Board to adopt a strategic plan no less than every 5 years. The last one was adopted by the RTA Board in August of 2013, so the RTA Board needs to adopt a new plan next year. Through the strategic plan, the service boards are joining forces to talk about the capital investments that are needed over the next 5 years to deliver great public transportation in light of changing demographics, transportation, and technology. The strategic plan will serve as a guide to each of the transit agencies in planning and funding future projects, as well as carrying out the unique day-to-day activities needed to meet passenger needs that vary widely across the large and diverse region. The complete strategic plan will be available on the RTA website for public comment from November 27th to December 31st. RTA hearings will provide an opportunity to talk with RTA staff and leadership about the Regional Transit Strategic Plan, operating budget, and 5-year capital program. We hope you found this informative. Please participate in the 2018 Regional Transit Budget process by attending a public hearing or emailing us comments. For overall budget and capital program comments, please email us at communicationsemail@rtachicago.org. For strategic plan comments, please email us at transitstrategicplan@rtachicago.org or send a letter to RTA, Attention Board Secretary, 175 West Jackson Boulevard, Suite 1650, Chicago, Illinois, 60604. Find all this information and more on our website, rtachicago.org. Thank you, and ride on.